Clear that throat, baby. Fuck yeah. Is it clear yet?
Now it's clear.
Okay, Jesus.
I just had to do that because we're talking about the Fighting Illini.
I-L.
I-N-I. So, it was a very weird week in Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? So, do you want to talk about football first or are we going to talk about basketball first?
So, let's quickly go over football because there's less to talk about. So, we have a bye week. Yep. We come off the crazy loss to Rutgers, and then we beat Minnesota. Now we're on a bye week. We're playing a ranked team on the road, which makes me feel like we're going to win.
Yeah, especially because we're both going to be at that game.
We're both going to be at that game. So Iowa City, get ready for the Champaign Papis this weekend. It's going to be lit.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
But the one thing that just came out not too long ago is that our head coach has COVID. He has COVID? You didn't know this?
I did not know this. Whoa, what the fuck?
Brett Bielema has COVID.
When the fuck did they announce this?
I think it was either this morning or yesterday morning. I was at Jimmy John's when I saw it. So
wow.
It was definitely during, it was 11 o'clock.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, so he has it. Actually, the guy that was just here when you walked in, the guy that was here, Charlie, he's on the he's a manager for the football team.
Really?
So he said now they have to wear masks at all time. So it's it's a whole big thing now.
Oh shit.
So they're going into playing against Iowa.
Wow, well I hope he gets better.
No head coach. Yeah, hope he gets better. He's vaccinated and boosted. He has a booster too.
Okay, cool.
He's doing good. But yeah, talk about what you expect to see when we go to Kinnick Stadium, I believe it is.
So look, the thing is, I'm excited because
I'm excited to do the Iowa wave.
Yeah, so I've never been in a college football stadium besides Illinois.
Other than Memorial.
Yes, exactly. And so Iowa's football scene is insane.
Yes.
Like they had just how our basketball scene is insane. Like all their sports are pretty fucking good.
Pretty dope. Yeah.
So I'm excited to be in a packed football stadium.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're gonna be rooting for the Fighting Illini.
There's gonna be 2 blue and orange dots in a sea of gold and black.
Yeah. So I don't really know what to expect from this game because it could either be like classic Illinois, we just get our ass beat, or we can continue with the trend of the year. Trend of the last few years for Illinois. We just beat fucking ranked teams on the road.
Illinois, the way they're able to win games is by playing a team that can't really do much on offense, like how we were able to keep Penn State limited, Minnesota State or Minnesota limited. Jesus,
Mid-State.
I'm everywhere. And Iowa has already a trash offense. Their entire season comes down to them scoring 14, but their defense holding the other team to 6. So the thing that's cool about that is that it's like Illinois can find themselves lucky sometimes. I can see this game ending 14-3 Iowa. I could see it ending 14-3 Illinois.
Yep.
I don't think either team really scores more than 21.
I don't think so either.
I think if we hit 21, it'd be surprising.
I think it'll be a very defensive-oriented game.
Not even defensive. I think it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, I guess that's what I meant to say.
It's going to be some of the worst football we've seen.
Yeah, I don't think... I'll give them a little bit more benefit of that. I don't think either team scores past 25.
Okay.
So
I'm saying they can get to 21, but nothing past that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they get past 25. I don't think they get past 24 because field goal.
Unless it goes OT, and that gets weird. That gets weird. That
yeah.
Count.
Let's just say regular.
Yeah.
Regular
so
time?
The over under in regulation for me combined
42.
Third. Because I'm thinking one team scores 21, the other team scores I'm going 30, 35. I can see a 21-14. 34.5.
I think I would probably agree with you.
35.5. That's the most generous over too.
Oh yeah.
Because I think it's going to be 14 to 10.
I'm gonna give him 38.5. Because I could also see it being
you gave them a field goal.
Yeah, I gave them 21 and 17.
You gave them what I gave, but a field goal.
Yeah. So
that's fair. But as always, football's gonna be the shorter part and the less energetic part because we have this other sport called.
Damn, you just that's how energized we are. We just fucking break shit about basketball. But unfortunately, we're breaking shit for the wrong reasons this week.
Yeah, so even though we were able to snag a win against Arkansas State, and we do have to talk a little bit about this before we get to what everyone else is talking about, the whole Arkansas State Orange Crush rivalry.
So that
Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, Mike.
So,
that was Chance in State Farm.
At first, I remember me and you were texting back and forth immediately after this, right? Because you were saying there's a bunch of shit going on, right? But initially,
my bosses did not like that.
Without context, it did not look good that the student section was yelling "Fuck you, Mike" to the opposing team's coach. It's not professional. It's not classy. However, news has come out that Coach Mike is a fucking dick.
He is a dick.
Like, so he was saying, like, their bench was saying shit to Andre Curbelo.
Yeah, they were saying shit in Spanish too.
They said something. Don't quote me on this, but I think I read a tweet that said that they were saying something about Andre Curbelo's mom.
Yes.
So I think I heard that.
You saw fucking Canelo. Don't talk about moms like that, bro. People take offense to that.
Exactly. Yeah, don't talk about anybody's mom like that. This is fucked up. But then besides that, like, I know fucking Coach Mike just seemed like was an asshole. Like he tripped Plummer at one point, or he tried to
trip. He put his foot out like Mike Tomlin on that one return. Yeah, he did that kind of thing.
So that's kind of bullshit. That's kind of just unclassy. And then at one point he threw something on the floor and his assistant picked it up.
Yeah.
And the Orange Crush yelled like, "Throw it at us!" And then Mike turned around and said, "I'll fucking throw it at you."
Yeah. Very unprofessional.
Yeah, it's just so after all that shit came out, and I think there's some other stuff that we're probably missing.
For sure. You weren't there, and I wasn't in the student section.
Yeah,
so
I think it was fully in Orange Crush's
jurisdiction.
That's a good word. You're a fucking genius, aren't you?
I try to be
a big brain, but I think it's fully within their jurisdiction to yell out "fuck you, Mike." Like, as bad as it might seem to a person without context, like Arkansas State not Arkansas State. Coach Mike deserved that.
Okay, that's fair. I came from it because I texted you almost immediately after the game or when we were before all these reports came out. So I was just letting you know, as a friend, that the people.
Well, yeah. So because you work for DIA, I work for Orange Crush.
We were a fan of it when it was happening, and I want to let you know that you guys were probably gonna get yelled at. After all the reports came out, nothing happened because we were like, you know what, fuck you, Mike.
Yeah, exactly. So fuck you, Mike. If you watch this, fuck you.
I'm not going to do all those gestures. I'll get us in trouble. You're allowed to.
I'll do that.
You're
shit.
Orange Crush. You're the student body.
See, and so to give a little context, I sit right behind the opposing player's bench.
Yes.
Because I talk shit. Like, I want to get in there.
You would have been who Mike told.
He would have turned around. Yeah, so literally, the coach's, like, seat is right here. I sit, like, right behind them. Yeah. So I sit right in the edge of, like, in between the scorer's table and the end of their bench. So, like, I'm right there. He would have turned around and been yelling at me, and I would have been yelling at him. He
would have seen you if he would have turned around, but we're going to get to the next part, and it's going to be turnovers. Ooh. And that's exactly what we did 26 times. I haven't seen that number since sophomore year basketball at East Lyden High School.
That'll do it for you.
26 turnovers against Marquette. We were still without Kofi. 26 turnovers. 1 point loss on some last-second crazy shit.
And we scored under 38%. On shooting.
Yeah, we were under 38% on shooting. Trenton Frazier, dog. Yeah. 23, only 3 turnovers. He only missed 4 threes. He was going tremendous. Curbelo struggled, and he's getting a lot of hate for it, which...
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
For the third time on the Champaign Papis Podcast, I would like to remind people that these are people.
Yeah. So, I get why people are giving him shit. Like, I get it. Like, I can see why. Shit. But honestly, I think he's getting a lot of this shit is overblown. Yeah. Obviously 7 turnovers is a lot.
7 turnovers is a lot.
And he was making some dumb play making decisions.
I was going to say, the one thing that I'll bash him on, and I, of course, don't want to stretch it too far and make it sound bad, because then I'm just the people on the internet. Yeah. But I think the preseason hype and that NIL money got to his head a little bit, because when it came down to hero ball in a primetime game, first time of the year, it got to him, and he tried to play that.
Yeah, he tried.
But I think that's something Brad Underwood's easily going to iron out, and I think especially once you get Kofi back, that doesn't happen. People don't realize that's not going to happen.
And so, you know what? I think...
He's still a sophomore.
I actually like the fact that we lost, at least this early in the season. Right? Obviously, I don't want us to lose. I don't never want us to lose. But I think Andre Curbelo needed that as a little bit just like a slap back to reality.
I wish he would have gotten it, but we still somehow scared a dub with it.
Yeah, exactly. So I say that to say this, right? Like, this is a little blimp in the road to a very promising season. I think this, right? After this, we're going to go on an 8-game win streak. Mm-hmm. I think, we needed this loss to kind of put ourselves in check.
Yes.
We get Kofi back.
Yep.
Andre Curbelo is going to get chewed out by Brad Underwood, and he's going to be back to being Andre Curbelo. Yeah. Everybody else is going to play fucking great basketball, and I think our team is going to bounce back fine. Sure, you never want to lose to an unranked team. I think we dropped down.
I think at some point Marquette becomes a ranked team.
You think so?
Later in the season, I can see that. Morcell is good, bro. And their center was making a lot of blocks. Let me get this dude's name because he deserves it. Quaith? I don't know. Quavo? No, it's not Quavo. He played great. They were a lot of them were playing out of their mind. I mean, they had 3 players go double digits, 2 players almost break 20. You had Morcell. He was Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. Now he drops 20 a game.
Mm.
So I mean, you're gonna have a guy who's in Player of the Year, like at least talks.
But like, maybe I can see
Defensive Player of the Year dropping 20 a game.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's actually pretty dope.
I think Marquette's a better team than people want to give them credit for. I think that.
I hope they are a good team. I mean, Marquette is pretty good.
Illinois is good at finding those teams that are like solid and are about to have a breakout season, then play them early.
I think honestly,
look at fucking UTSA.
Yeah,
UTSA is ranked.
UTSA is.
When we lost them, we were embarrassed, but now they're like number fucking 14. They're undefeated.
Yeah. Well, what I will say is, I think the Fighting Illini dropped to
14.
I don't think. No, I think we dropped lower than that.
14.
I think what helps us is that Michigan lost. Fuck you, Michigan.
Fuck you, Michigan.
They were fourth and lost to Seton Hall. I think Michigan drops lower than us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 14.
But honestly, like, I would even hesitate to say that we dropped to like 20. Like,
that's far.
I know, but like the fact
Marquette's a blue blood, and we played him in like a primetime game.
But I only say it because like all the other ranked teams besides Michigan like have been winning.
Sure.
So
I get what you're saying.
I don't know. It's gonna be
I
interesting.
think we get our respect because we didn't have Kofi. If we had Kofi and lost, yes.
That's true, and because Andre Cabello played shitty.
Yeah. So
that's that. I don't mean to bash you, Andre Cabello. We love you.
No,
I know you're gonna be. Yeah, I know you're gonna.
No. I think saying that he played shitty is fair.
Yeah.
But by saying that he plays like shit, that's where it goes too far. He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't play like shit.
He had a shitty game. He would even say it.
Just like you said, it was just he was in his head a little bit.
Yeah, he would even say it. He would admit to all this. I feel like.
Shout out Trent Frazier for tweeting and saying like, that's my game.